Hi everyone, and welcome to the Q&A video. I promised to make a Q&A video because I had 5,000 subscribers, which I'm really grateful for. At the moment it's still rising, so it's really nice to see it's still rising. So yeah, last video I promised to make me a no Q&A, and I have a few interesting questions, so here we go. The first one I had was from Wessel Rietveld, I hope I say it right, and he asked me what replica I started with, and that should be like 4 years ago, I think, somewhere around that, and that was a second-hand M4. I don't have it anymore, not even sure if I have photos of it, so I can't look up, and I will link them here if I have them, but I don't think I have anything from that gun anymore. But it was a second-hand gun. I played a few skirms with it. It was a good gun, but it broke rather fast on me, so I had to repair it. I didn't know anything about Airsoft, how it worked, the V2, V3, all the stuff, didn't know anything, so I was glad other people were also on YouTube watching videos like that. I could fix it, and I sold it again rather fast. I think I only had it for like 3 or 4 months, and then I bought me an Evo. I still play with an Evo, now I have the HBA edition, but I started on my first months actually already with the ASG Scorpion Evo, the electrical version. So yeah, the M4 was my first gun, but really soon I changed to the ASG Scorpion Evo. So that was the first question, what gun I started with. The second question was from Speed Racer Missouri, and he's wondering if I ever would come to the States to play. I had that question on other videos as well, if I ever would go to the outside Belgium or outside other lands to play. Mostly I play outside Belgium because I play a lot of the Netherlands, so technically I'm always outside Belgium, or mostly of the time outside Belgium. But would I ever go to the States? I don't think so. Would I ever go to France, Germany, England? I don't know. But I don't think I will go much further than the countries around Belgium. Why? Because I don't have the time. I have kids to raise, family, I need to work. I work in the weekends, not many people know that, but I do shift work, and because of that I almost have to take a day off, or sometimes even 2 days off, to play 1 day in the weekend at work. So if I have to go to somewhere else, I don't have the time, I have my 3 days at work, and also I don't have the money to make such big trips. So no, I don't think I will ever make it to far off lands. It's not that I don't want to, because I think it would be nice to play in other fields, to learn other people, to learn other ways of playing, because I can see on YouTube videos not every country has the same rules, not every country has the same way of playing. So yeah, it's not that I don't want to, it's just I don't have the money, I don't have the materials to go. So yeah, sorry mate, I don't think I will ever make it to the States. Third question. is from Lasse Jense, and he's wondering how many guns I have. I can't say I don't have many guns. Sometimes I see photos up on Facebook or whatever, and you see the real man caves. That's also something I don't have, a man cave. I just have, yeah, in the basement I have a box. That's it. So no, but sometimes you see that, like those really nice dressed up man cave with a wall full of replicas. No, I don't have that. All my replicas can actually, I'm gonna close to the side, move to the side a bit, still in the screen. All my replicas are here on the table. It's a small desk, they're all on it. I don't have anything else. The most famous one, the most people know, is of course my hicapa, chameleon. Yeah, for the people that still have questions about this hicapa, look up on my videos. I have made a really explained, detailed video on this replica, on this hicapa. So that's the most famous one, most people know. I really love playing with this one. This weekend I went playing again, and yeah, it never failed me. So that was the first one. The second one most people know is my HPA Scorpion Evo. And this one is actually 3 guns in one body. Why do I say 3 guns in one body? This shape, the one with the printed silencer on, is the one that most people know. It has the most videos on the Scorpion on my channel, is this shape. It's a barrel till the end, so that's the standard length, so the 208mm barrel to the end of the silencer, and I have adjusted my hop-up unit with 2 UV lighted LEDs in it to trace my BBs. Last weekend I changed that, so yeah, I have to screw off this one, and you will see, I will come closer. Come on, okay, there we go. Take this one. Coming a bit closer. It's not sharp, but as you can see, there's no barrel. So it doesn't have a 2.8 barrel. This barrel is only 135mm. First time I tested it, it played really well. Actually, I was surprised about the performance it made on CQB. Why did I shorten it? Because of this. The small, they get popular now on the market. The small X-Cortex XT301s, compact tracer units. You have them as well from Aztec. It's the same engineer that made them. So the really mini ones from X-Cortex or Aztec. And I could screw on this one now over here, and I have it's the same length from gun, but the reason why I changed it, this tracer lights up the BBs way more as my built-in UV LEDs. Come on, there we go. So yeah, next video, next week or the week after, there will be a bit on this version of my Scorpion E4, so the really short barrel with the tracer unit in front of it. So that's actually kind of my third gun, the really short barrel. And then of course I have my longer version, Scorpion, the carbine version, and that's also the same gun. Changing this, I can take this off. Of course, I still have my original version. Yeah, I can't get it in because it's another outer barrel, but I still have the original handguard. But then I also have this one, the long version, connected or tightened. It's not possible to tighten it now, but normally it's tightened with this silencer. And then you have the carbine version. So yeah, every time I go play outside, I have to open up the shells for a second, swap the barrel, because it's not possible to change it as with an M4. M4 you just slide off the top half, you change the barrel and the hop-up unit, you slide it back on, and your inner barrel is changed. It's not possible with this one because the outer barrel is locked with both the shells. So I always have to open it, but I don't mind. It's not that long of work. It's like 10 minutes work and I have another gun. So that's the next version I have. It's like, yeah, like I say, my Scorpion is actually like 3 or 4 guns, how I like to play. The original one with the silencer in front of it, the carbine version, the really short barrel, or the original CQB setup. I can change, and that's what I like about it. It's only one gun I like, and it works for all. This is back. There we go. The short one back on it. The downside, it's not really a downside of this. I have HPA, of course. I have to adjust the settings on my Spartan board. The dwell, I have to change it because on the really short barrel the dwell is totally different as on my longer barrel for the carbine. But again, that's not taking much work. And saying that, let's place it over here. Oh, I forgot one thing on the Scorpion. I also have another stock. It's I used to play the stock. I used to play with this stock in the beginning. If you see the backwall photo on my Instagram or my YouTube as well and Facebook, you will see that photo is actually this stock. The reason why I changed it back to the original version, the original version for me is better. It's a little bit lower on the shouldering. So for me, when I place my gun, this one goes over my shoulder and the other one is just on top of my shoulder, so it gets locked. Also, because I play on the CQB versions, let me get the Scorpion back. I always play on the shortest version, so that way, really short. And as you can see here, normally I wear a die, and the other stock just gets locked every time behind my die mask when I want to change to the side, so every time I was stuck behind the die. That's why I changed it back to the original stock. So that's my second gun in a few shapes. My third gun is the ASG CZ PO9. Just fully standard, didn't change anything. I only use this one for outside games if I want to be closely around the corner to shoot people, because this one, the FPS is way lower as on the carbine version. It's only 25 gram BBs instead of 32 gram BBs. So the impact from close range is lower. It's actually just a decent way to shoot people close by. But that's my third gun. And the last gun I have, not many people know I have, is an Armalite, ASG Armalite M4. This one is actually my rental gun. If people want to join me, they never did it, family, friends or whatever, I mostly loaned in, let them this gun. I could buy it second hand, it was broken, I could fix it for a really cheap option. Just fully standard in the middle, or in the gearbox. The only thing I changed is installing a MOSFET in the buffer tube to protect my trigger contacts and able playing on 11.1 volt LiPo. But it's slower. It shoots rather well, it shoots accurate, but as you can see, the dust cover is gone, the bolt is gone at the back. It's just a broken gun I could buy really cheap, fixed it. I think this one cost me like 135, 140 euros in total with the repairs with it. So, but it works. I played it. I have one video where I played this one. It proves you don't have to have a really high-end gun to start your airsoft. That's also already answering one of the other questions for a bit. But yeah, that's my fourth gun. just a gun to borrow to other people actually. So yeah, that's it. I only have 4 guns in total, not more, but they do what I like to do, CQB, outdoor CQB. It works, this combination for me. Next question was from Dan SC, and he asked me, please make an Evo guide. I will do that. There are several guides on the Evo on YouTube already, but I will make one, but I will not answer that one in this Q&A because that's going to take too long. But yeah, I don't know when, it won't be the next week or the week after, but I will make an Evo guide as fast as possible. How to change the dwell, stuff like that. Why my, like some people, mine as well, in the beginning it didn't shoot straight, now it does. I tested it a lot. I will explain all on that Evo guide on the next video. So yeah, Dan, stay with me, I will make an Evo guide. And then I had 2 questions. One question, oh damn, I forgot to see who it was. Hold on. Okay, it's from Beaver314. The next question, and he asked me, where is it? Yeah, for people looking into Airsoft, how much would it cost for a newbie to get some decent equipment like gun, gear, magazines and all the other stuff? This question will also answer a little part of the next question from Creepy Cho Chicken, something like that. He asked me if you have any starting tips for CQB. Those both questions have one common answer on a certain part. So to start with, from what would it cost to start as a newbie? It actually costs as much as you want to spend on it. I know, I can remember my start perfectly. So I start looking around on the internet, on Facebook, whatever, reading around what do I need for Airsoft. And one of the main answers is always a good eye protection and face protection. It's the same for a tip on CQB, a good protection for your face and eyes. Don't go buy cheap safety glasses on whatever working shop. No, buy decent glasses, you only have 2 eyes. Don't be the big guy, especially not in the beginning. Don't be the big guy saying like, I will only play with glasses and I won't protect my mount. No, trust me, more than once people go home with less teeth than they came. So yeah, protect your face. So what will it cost? Don't hold back on the money on a good decent goggle, on a good decent glasses, or even a dye mask or whatever mask, a full face mask for actually paintball, but it works. I run with it and I love to run with it, especially on indoors. But what would it cost for the rest? Like I was saying, I can't remember my start. One of the common answers people say is like, yeah, get yourself a camo gear. Get yourself camo pants, get yourselves a vest, get yourselves a jacket in a certain camouflage. Me, honestly, I did that as well, because everyone was saying it, and then you start playing and you meet other people and you see them running around in the jeans, you see them running around in a normal sweater like I am these days, you see them running around in jogging pants, and they have as much fun. As a starter, you don't need a camo. If you want to start in milsims, yeah, you probably need some camo, but then you already know like, okay, I want to do that. But if you're really starting and you don't have an idea where to go for, if you don't have an idea if you want to go CQB mostly, if you don't want to know if you're going outdoors or whatever, first of all, try to go to certain places where you can rent a gun. Go to an indoor location and ask and rent a gun. Go to an outdoor location and rent a gun over there. It's a bit more expensive, I know, but that way you can make up your mind for what you like to do, indoor or outdoor. Me personally, I started without any rentals. I just bought me the second-hand M4 and I bought me a second-hand sniper, which already is gone. Why? Because I was the person like, yeah, I'm gonna be playing outside, I'm gonna love outside. Because I had the wrong idea from the video games I played, like Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever. But it was for me in Battlefield. I played sniper a lot and I liked it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna be a sniper. Not. I went to a few outdoor games and I missed something. And then I went with some friends to indoor games. The first indoor game I did, they smashed my head. I was like, on a certain point, I was sitting in the chair like, what am I doing here? But I kept going, and I found what I was missing, and that was the fast-paced action. For me, the indoor CQB games with certain goals to go for, like capture the flag, or domination, or whatever, they are more closely to computer games for me as outdoor games. So that's why I went indoor mostly, that's what I like. So what it costs, rent a few guns, as I said, and see what you like. Once you know what you like, you also know what to spend on further on your gear. If you like indoor, you don't need the camouflage gear. You can save your money on those clothes to buy a gun or to buy magazines, to buy your face protection. If you want to go outdoor, it's also possible to do it in jeans, but if you say like, nah, I want to be a bit more camouflaged, yeah, then you have to spend money on your clothes. So that's also starting for what it costs. But don't buy clothes immediately as your first option. For me, I think you better spend the money, maybe in a vest, so you can put away your magazines, but yeah, that can help. It also protects you from the impact on the bibbies on your chest, because on your ribs they can hurt sometimes. So a vest would be nice. If you go CQB playing, if you know like I am CQB, you have enough on 1 or 2 mid-cap max. Because if you don't spray, you don't have a trigger finger, you just try to aim and try to hit them from the first and the second bibby. 150 bibbies in 1 mid-cap takes you a long way. So even if you say, I don't buy me a vest, I take on 2 sweaters. Yeah, it's hot in 2 sweaters, but you have a protection. You can put your 2 magazines in the back of your pants and you can run as well. The gun, if you don't know which gun to go for, you can buy decent, affordable guns. I don't know all the brands out of my head. But one of the brands close by, for me here in Belgium, we can get on a decent price, that's Amuba. They're not high-end Amuba, but they're not crap either. Will they break on a certain time? Yeah, as every gun, but some guns break faster than others, but that's an example, Amuba. It's affordable, but you can play with it. You will see a difference, of course, with people who play longer, but you start. Keep in mind, I'm starting. I don't know which way I'm gonna go, I don't know what I'm gonna like, so buy something that's work for outdoor, indoor, it's affordable, and explore. So yeah, it's a long answer on how much does it cost. It costs as much as you want to. The only thing you don't buy cheap shit is your face protection. Keep in mind, you only have a few certain tooths. You can change those if they shut out, but it's expensive. And trust me, it's more expensive as buy a face mask and buy good glasses. On that one, you don't hold back on the money. But on everything else, yeah, clothes, stuff like that, it's not needed from in the beginning. Explore what you want. And that way, I think you can start around 300 euros here in Europe with a gun and 1 or 2 max. Yeah, and face protection, of course. It's still a lot of money, but it's doable, I think. I don't know the prices out of my head, but you can start rather cheap, explore, and then you go on what you need, and you will see what you need. I really hope that answered the question on the newbie start a bit. It's really hard to answer that perfectly, like there are so many ways. The next question from the Crazy Psycho Chicken, I think it is. Do you have any starting tips for CQB? Again, one of the tips is start cheap. Not on the face protection again, but on your gear. You don't need expensive camouflaged gear to start on CQB. I bought me the gear and now I play normal gear, just like the only thing I bought really more expensive is my pants. I don't have them on now, but my pants are from why? Yeah, it's combat pants. I used to play in normal pants, but if you go on CQB, you duck a lot, you stretch yourself out. Sometimes my pants was blocking me. And with these pants, on certain zones, like on the butt and in between your legs, it's a stretch cloth, and you don't get held back by your pants. But again, I bought that pants only after 2 years of playing. I was like, yeah, I really need one of those. So it's not a starting option. You don't need it really to have fun. It just brings you more comfort. The first starting tip on CQB that was really important, face protection. And I have them over here. There are several. The best one for CQB, I still think, is the dye. That's my indoor #1 protection. It's proven me this weekend again. I had several headshots, but I had a double tap headshot from like 2 or 3 meters away from me. It's a girl, first time playing, so no offense, but she scared it and she just pulled the trigger twice and she was aiming, without knowing, she was aiming for my head. So yeah, I was really glad that was just on the die. I frightened myself a bit, like whoa. I also reacted to the girl like, hey, oh, hold on, and she immediately said sorry, so it wasn't in fault, but on that moment you're just glad you have decent face protection. If you don't want to go for a die, at least go for a mesh mask. I have two. I have my first mesh mask where I started with, because the way I started was with a glasses. No, hold on. So yeah, just normal glasses from these ones, and the mask. This was my start. So in the beginning, I run around. Yeah, sorry, it stopped filming. So yeah, I run around like this. But the glasses started to fog sometimes. That's why I went on to others, to the dye and stuff like that. But I was protected on the most important parts, my eyes and my tooth. So that's the normal mesh mask, normal glasses. If I go outdoor now, I have me some goggles. I think for me goggles are a bit more comfortable sitting on the ice. It's not that close, it's just relaxed, close by. And then of course the last one I have, this one first. The last one protection I have, of course, is the face mask that I changed a bit. This one. All the combinations. Hold on, I'm gonna take this one off because it's a bit muffled. Yeah, this is gonna be sound better. All the combinations I just told work. They work decent for CQB outdoor. So yeah, the first tip, face protection. Second tip, normal clothing to start with. The third tip is the gun. Don't buy an expensive gun immediately if you don't have one yet. If you already have a gun and you want to start playing, it's okay. But if you're really starting from scratch for CQB, try to get something affordable because almost every gun is good enough to reach the distances you have in CQB. If you don't have an armor, you can use 2 sweaters to protect yourself a bit. Even paintball t-shirts and paintball sleeves, they help a lot against wounds on the arms or bellies or chest, whatever. A lot of people start laughing with it, like, hey, that's called paintball. I don't know where that controversy comes from. It's the same, for me at least. I always say it's the same kind of sport, only with different items. I know I know it's like saying black and white is the same for some reason, but for me it's the same. It's just grown-ups and children shooting at each other with items. But the t-shirts, they protect you. I have several friends using it, and I asked them all, like, do you feel the hits? Because I don't have one, because I was afraid the protection for the paintballs wouldn't allow you to feel the hits, but they say, like, yeah, you really do feel the hits, but you don't have the mosquito bite damages on your body. So that also works as protection. A good tip on CQB, be patient, learn the game. So I know I rush a lot, but I know the fields. Be patient, learn the game, learn the field, because CQB sometimes can be tricky, because people that play a lot on a certain field, so the home players like we call them, they know, like, if I'm standing here and I'm watching through this door in that way, I'm gonna see a window, and after that window is another door where someone can pass by. If you're new, you don't know that, so you stand still next to that door thinking you're safe, but you're not. So be patient, learn the game, learn the field. Also, talk to other people that know the field. If you get shot and you're wondered, like, really fast, and you're wondered, like, damn, how did he know I was coming? Don't be afraid to ask him do it after the game. Because if you go immediately to him, you can throw up his game because he's still alive. So after the game, try to remember, hey, man, on that moment you shot me from that direction. How did you know I was coming there? Sometimes it are easy answers, like on a lot of fields where I am, it's shadows. A lot of people forget the shadows. And in CQB, that's a really big trick, shadows. Looking at your own shadow. Where is my shadow? I'm going to a door. Where is my shadow? Oh, my shadow is already in the door. So someone else on the other side of the door will know, like, oh, I'm going to keep standing here because there's someone is coming. Look, a shadow on the floor. Hey, he's coming. Like, bang. See? He's coming. Shadow. It helps the shadows. It's one of the biggest tricks there is. What else? So yeah, patience, learn, aim. Buy a red dot for on your gun. Adjust your hop up. Not over, not under. Try to adjust the hop up straight, and adjust your red dot on a certain distance where the BB, let's say 15 meters. On 15 meters, your dot in your red dot has to be exactly on the spot where your BB is if you shoot, or really close by at least. That way, you can learn to aim. If you see someone, you go over it, 1, 2 taps, go back into safety behind the corner. But if you learn to aim, and if your gun is adjusted correctly, you don't need to be in the open shooting until you hear a hit. Oh yeah, he took his hit. He probably has 7 BBs on that moment if you're really aiming really well. But that's so you don't need to be open on that moment. It's not like I'm gonna keep looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Oh, a hit! Yeah, so nice one. No, you're open too long on that moment. If your gun is adjusted correctly, you just can't go. Oh, there is someone. 1, 2, and you back off and try to listen if you heard a hit and come just without the gun. Just come looking really fast, like, oh yeah, he's walking away. He took the hit. Try to be as short as possible exposed. Watch, oh, someone is over there, if I aim that way, look again with the gun, oh no, that was next to him, a little bit to there, 1, 2, and back. Stuff like that, it helps in CQB. Learn your game, don't run into it, start spraying, no. Learn the game, learn the field, try to aim. In the beginning you will lose, trust me, in the beginning you will lose a lot. I lost a lot, sometimes, like this weekend I even lost a lot. Sometimes it happens that you're just as strong as your team. You can be as good as you want, but you can't win a game on your own. It happens, big deal. But learn to aim. Just looking, oh, someone over there, look again, oh, he's gone, I don't need to go, stuff like that. As short as possible exposure. Move around as well. Also helps, don't stay too long on the same spot, or if you want to stay on the same spot, make sure you are on a spot with that doesn't have a lot of blind spots, so you're the one in control. But if you have a lot of ways where people can reach you, don't stay there, just shoot someone, shoot another one, move a bit, also helping. Learn to aim, adjust, yep, I said that. Yeah, as on the other question, if you have a gun, 2 or 3 mid-caps for CQB is more than enough. If you think like, oh, if you only have one magazine, 150 BBs, drop your speed loader in the safe zone. If you're dead, if you're being dead like 2 or 3 times, take your speed loader, you tap a couple again in the magazine and you go on. So you don't need to be fully loaded, be lightweight, so you can move around a lot, you move easily. It's just CQB. If it's not a Milsim CQB, because in Milsim you have certain rules, I understand that, but in just an open one-day skirm, try to be as lightweight as possible. Yeah, I think that covers most of it for the starting tips on CQB. So a good face protection, don't be the big guy with a boxing, what's it called in English, a boxing thingy on your teeth, on your tooth. So I know a lot of people use that. This weekend we had 2 of them. Like our tooths are protected, we have the boxing protection. Yeah, halfway the day there were 2 guys running around with some ice on their face, those 2 guys. Because your lips are weak as well. It's not only your tooth, your lips is a weak point as well. So both of them were running around with ice on the face. So you can't be the big guy, just don't blame the shooter on that moment if you have a gap in your lip. Protect yourself. Even on the hat, that's a point I didn't say for any game actually, not only CQB, but your hat, it's mostly big enough. For me it is. And the first thing I did is just a normal buff, so something you normally pull on your head, but it's just a normal buff, and I fold it triple time, so not in half, just 1/3 over the other third, and that one I place in my hat on the front. There we go. You don't see it, you don't feel it, but it's just a few layers of extra protection. It helps. It's not, a headshot's still gonna hurt. Even now I upgraded this one, if you can call it upgrade, but I have a small piece of foam. Just foam from a package I found somewhere from something we ordered, and it was foam like 8 millimeters thickness, and I still feel BB, trust me. If I get a headshot with this, I still feel the BB. But with this one, in my hat, there we go. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't feel it. But if I still get the headshot, but it's not blue, it's not thick, it's not that painful. The day after, you almost don't see I have had a headshot. A lot of people sometimes watch like, what the hell is he doing with his hat? He's putting something, yeah, I'm protecting myself. There is no point, as long as you feel your BBs, no one can say it's stupid in my eyes. No, you're just protecting yourself. You're the guy taking a headshot, putting a thumb up like, good shot, and backing off without without whining, you got a headshot. No, because you're protected yourself. It doesn't hurt that much with you. So try to find a balance, like what protection can I use, I still can move, and I still feel them. Because that's one of the big problems. Make sure you feel your hits. If you're protected too much and you don't feel them, then you have a problem. Then you have to leave something up. Otherwise you're going to ruin the game for you and for others. So yeah, I think that's most of the tips I can give you on starting CQB. Like the leaning, watch, learn the game, be patient, keep it doing, and you will grow. Watch the others and learn from the others, where you can see like, okay, that guy is really good, he knows. Watch what he does, how he plays, and aim. I know in CQB, a lot of CQB videos you see lately is speed triggers and shooting really fast and a lot, and I'm against that actually. I'm someone, I have fun in hitting someone in one video. That's my goal. It's not that I can't spray, no, it's for me, I'd rather miss and die than I have to spray someone, because it's my goal, it's my satisfaction in the game, killing as many people after each other with less BBs I have. Sometimes there are games, team deathmatches, or like a warm-up game, it's team deathmatch and it's only like 15 or 20 minutes game time, so a really short one. There are games I can finish with one magazine on my hicapa, that's 40 BBs, and I shot people. It's not that I'm just hiding somewhere, nope, I killed several people in that game, but I can do it on one magazine. That's a goal for me, that's something I have for myself, like I want to last as long as I can with my magazine. So yeah, I hope that answers your question on the beginning tips. If you have other questions, just ask them and I will answer them in the replies on the comments. So yeah, but I hope I answered that one. The next one was from Rick Dornkamp, and he was asking me, would I add a kill counter in my videos? Would I add a kill counter in my videos? I don't think so. I know it's fun. It's if you have a KD like, let's say 6-1, it's fun. I know. But why? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It's the same feeling I had on video games. If I played the video games, Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever, I was the guy running around like a headless chicken, killing a lot of people, but also dying a lot, because I was going for the objective. I played mostly domination. I'm the one running towards the flag, dying, running towards the flag, dying, running towards the flag, getting the flag, killing a few people, dying. It's the same on Airsoft for me. I don't care about how many people I shoot, I don't care about how many times I die, as long as it's fun. If I run towards a flag and I try to take the flag, like a few weeks ago the video with my friend on the domination, the flag outside, I don't need that flag outside for winning the game, because we have the two other flags. But for me, that's the fun of the game. Dueling with the other team for a certain spot. So yeah, that's why I probably won't do a kill counter. I don't care about my KD ratio, I really don't care about it. Also, the way I edit my videos, sometimes it's cut out several deaths, and I say like, yeah, sometimes I bring it up like respawn after a few deaths. But then I should, on the kill counter, I suddenly should go like, yeah, I have 3 extra, stuff like that. It wouldn't add something extra, in my opinion, it wouldn't add something extra on my videos. So no, I won't add a kill counter, because, like I say, I don't care about how many people I kill and how many times I die. Next question was from Ken Veldeman, and oh yeah, that one. He wants to know where I order all my hicapa parts and how I work with customs, because yeah, sometimes it can be really expensive if you order something out in Asia and it has to be bordered, you have extra taxes. I have the same problem as everyone. I have to pay them. So where do I order them? Some parts I order in England at Elite Shooting Center, but most of my parts are from Alpha Airsoft, and sometimes AIP, directly by AIP. But yeah, I have customs as well. It's just something we have to deal with. It too bad there ain't that many stores in Europe for those items. So yeah, so we all have the same problem. And then the last question was Thibaut. He asked me, where do I play Airsoft? I mostly play Airsoft in Belgium and Netherlands. I have one CQB field in Belgium, my home field like I call it. The shelter in Bavergem, that's where I play. And in the Netherlands I mostly play Helena Veen, that's Airsoft Training Center. I have in Weert, Netherlands, that's Wild Mountain, so that's the outdoor CQB location. Helena Veen Airsoft Training Center is the indoor center the indoor field you see with the small houses with the carpets against the wall, but it's not carpet, I can't get the cloth walls, that one. And then I play in Ghost Town in Oud-Tonga. I sometimes go play as well. So that's my 4 fields I actually play on, and I try to rotate them as it fits my days. So that's where I play. So yeah, that was the last question. So yeah, I'm gonna close off on this video now on the questions. I hope I answered all the questions as good as I could. If you have other questions or you want more detail on something else, just ask me in the comments. I try to answer them all. If you wanna follow up on my gear, if you wanna follow up what I'm doing with my guns, join me on my Instagram and my Facebook, because I use YouTube only for the videos, but the Facebook and the Instagram is used for sometimes a bit more fun photo, other times it's like making the mask. This one, by example, it has had several posts on Facebook and Instagram, what I was doing, why I was doing. So yeah, updates on my gear are mostly on those 2 channels, so if you want to follow up on those as well, join me. It's the same Cricket Airsoft, so on Facebook and Instagram. So I'm gonna close off this video now. Thanks for watching, and thanks for sticking with me and joining me above 5,000 subscribers. Also want to thank my sponsor BB Shop for giving me the opportunity on the BBs and giving me the opportunity to give you guys a discount on his store. So yeah, that's my way to give something back. Use the discount code TRICKY and then you have 5% cheaper. It will also be in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for the questions, and I will see you next time or in the field. Bye.